Hello, good evening students. Today we'll discuss about thermodynamics. So, thermodynamics is a branch of science that deals with the relationship between the heat and other forms of energy as such as work. So, it is frequently summarized in three laws which describe the restrictions on how the different forms of energy can be interconverted. So, if we come to the chemical thermodynamics, which is a part or portion of the thermodynamics that pertains to chemical reactions. Hello, good evening students. So, we'll start about chemical thermodynamics. So, before we discuss about chemical thermodynamics as such is defined as a branch of science which deals with the relationship between heat and other forms of energy such as work. And it is frequently summarized in three laws which describe restrictions on how different form of energy can be interconverted. If we take chemical thermodynamics, it is the portion of thermodynamics that pertains to only chemical reactions. So, good evening students. Today we will discuss about chemical thermodynamics. Before we start about the chemical thermodynamics, it is the branch of science which deals with the relationship between the heat and other forms of energy such as work. It is frequently summarized in three laws which describe the restrictions on how different forms of energy can be interconverted. If we take chemical thermodynamics, it is a portion of thermodynamics that pertains to chemical reactions. Good evening students. Today we'll discuss about thermodynamics. So, thermodynamics is a branch of science which deals with the relationship between the heat and other forms of energy such as work. It is frequently summarized as three laws which describe restrictions on how the different forms of energy can be converted. If we take chemical thermodynamics, it is a portion of thermodynamics that pertains to chemical reactions. Good evening students. Today we will discuss about chemical thermodynamics. Before we start the discussion on chemical thermodynamics, we will discuss what is thermodynamics, which is a branch of science that deals with the interrelationship between the heat and other forms of energy such as work. So it is frequently summarized as three laws which describe restriction on how different forms of energy can be interconverted. So if we take chemical thermodynamics, it is a portion of thermodynamics that pertains to chemical. Good evening students. Today we will discuss about chemical thermodynamics. Before actually we discuss about what is chemical thermodynamics. Thermodynamics, it is a branch of science which deals with the relationship between heat and other forms of energy such as work. It is frequently summarized as three laws which describe restriction on how different forms of energy can be interconverted. Actually speaking, if we take the chemical thermodynamics, it is a portion of thermodynamics that pertains to chemical reactions. So, if we take the basic concepts of thermodynamics, the system and the surrounding, so we can say arbitrarily the universe can be divided into system and its surroundings. The boundary between the system and the surrounding can be real as the wall of a beaker which separates the solution from the rest of the universe. So if we take one more important thermodynamic property of the system, it is the internal energy E, which is the sum of the kinetic and potential energies of the particle that form the system. The internal energy of a system can be understood by taking the best example of an ideal gas, because the particles in ideal gas do not interact and they don't have any potential energy. So the internal energy of an ideal gas is the sum of the kinetic energy of the particles of the gas. So which describes the kinetic molecular theory, wherein the temperature of the gas is directly proportional to average kinetic energy of the particles, which can be shown by the following figure. So this is the state of particles in low temperature and this is the state of particles in high temperature. So conclusion is the internal energy of an ideal gas is therefore directly proportional to the temperature of the gas, which can be given by the equation E system, that is internal energy of the system is equal to 3 by 2 RT, where R is the ideal gas constant in terms of joules per mole per Kelvin and T is the temperature in Kelvin. So with this we will go for the next aspect of our discussion, that is the first law of thermodynamics. The first law of thermodynamics can be captured by giving the following statement, following equation, which states that the energy of the universe is constant. So that is, energy can be transferred from the system to the surrounding or vice versa, that is from surrounding to the system, but it can be never created and not destroyed. So from this we can give the equation as energy of the universe is equal to energy of the system plus energy of the surrounding, which is equal to 0. So a more useful form can be given which describe how the energy is conserved. That is, the change in the internal energy of the system is equal to the sum of the heat gained or lost by the system or the work done by the system or on the system, which is given by the equation E system is equal to Q plus W. Q is heat gained or lost by the system, W is work done by or on the system. With this we can say, in case of the reaction, we can say the heat is either given off or it is absorbed by the system. That is, from the system either it does work on the surroundings or it has to do the work on it by its surrounding. That is, either of these interaction will affect the energy of the internal energy of the system. So that is given as E system is equal to Q plus W. So there are normally two types of work can be associated with chemical reaction: electrical work and work of expansion. So chemical reaction can do the work on the surrounding either by driving the electric current through the electric wire, external wire, or they can do the work in the surrounding, wherein we can see the volume of expansion of the system during the course of the reaction. So the amount of work on expansion done by the reaction is equal to the product of pressure against which the system expands times the change in the volume of the system, which is given by W is equal to minus PV. The sign convention reflects the internal energy of the system decreases when the system does work on its surrounding. So with this we can say the heat either given off or absorbed by the reaction will be equal to the change in the internal energy of the system. If W is equal to 0, then E will be equal to Q. The most important thing is the reaction at a constant volume where no work of expansion is possible, but at the same time at the constant volume the heat given off or absorbed by the reaction will be equal to the internal energy that occurs during the reaction. That is, E system is equal to E system is equal to QV at constant volume. If the gas is driven out of the flask during the reaction, the system does work on its surrounding. That is, reaction pulls the gas into the flask. The surrounding do work on the system. That is, the amount of heat given off or absorbed during the reaction. But no longer there will be no change in internal energy of the system, because some of the heat will be used in converting the heat into work. With this, now we'll go for another important concept, that is the enthalpy, which is the sum of internal energy of the system plus the product of pressure of the gas times the volume of the system. Enthalpy is the sum of internal energy and the product of pressure and volume of the thermodynamic system. It is an energy-like property or a state function. It has dimensions of energy and its value is entirely determined by temperature, pressure, as well as composition of the system, not by its history. So in symbols, the enthalpy H equals the sum of the internal energy E and the product of the pressure P and the volume V of the system, that is H is equal to E plus PV. So according to this law of conservation, the change in the internal energy is equal to the heat transferred, and that is the less work done by the system. The work done is the change in the volume at constant pressure, then the change in enthalpy is exactly equal to the heat transferred to the system. So when the energy is added to the material, there will be no change in its pressure phase from gas to liquid or liquid to gas. The amount of energy is called enthalpy of vaporization and it is expressed in terms of joules per mole. There are some other phase transitions which are associated with a similar enthalpy changes, such as enthalpy of fusion, that is where the change from solid to a liquid, okay, etc. As with other energy functions, it is neither convenient nor necessary to determine the exact or absolute values of enthalpy. For such substance, the zero enthalpy can be convenient to give the reference state. So this is the first part. Thank you.